Hello everybody and welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator video. My name is Panos, I'm a real world A320 pilot and for today's video we continue with the Greek island tour, flying the magnificent A321 from Fenix simulations from Athens Venizelos Airport all the way to Heraklion Airport. Some days ago, Microsoft Flight Simulator 24 Service Update 5.1 was released, and this is the first flight for me utilizing this update. So now, despite the fact that it is a quality of life update, we will take a look at the overall performance and generally looking for any bugs or so. Also, some time ago, Lisium Design released the Heraklion scenery, and I will be using this one, checking also the quality and performance of this add-on. So without further ado, let's jump in our cockpit and start with our preparation and reviewing of our flight plan and so. Perfect. So now we are in the cockpit. Let's start with some things first. So the cockpit door is open. Let's go. So engine mode selector off, engine master is off, landing gear lever is down, wipers off. Let's see, the weather radar is also off. Check the batteries, 26.1 and 27.5. Battery is on and external power on. And while the aircraft is powering up, let's take some time to switch on all the lights, first of all. Like that. Also give some brightness to the screens. Let's get rid as well of the cockpit seats, and once we are done with that, and switch on all the radios like we want to. Okay, goes off, also on the first officer side. And now it's about time to start looking at our flight plan over there. Import from SimBrief. Ground services, let's connect the PCA as well, since it's a very hot day in Athens and generally in Greece these days. And let's go to the pilot brief and check our OFP. So, 2nd of July 26, a GM320 is a call sign from Venizelos Airport all the way to Nikos Kazantzakis with a departure time of 17:15 UTC, which will give us an on-time arrival of 18:09. Cruising flight level 250, expecting an estimated takeoff weight below max landing weight, with 5 tons of minimum fuel, and for the rest, we are expecting 212 passengers, pretty much fully loaded over there. That's our alternates. And first things first, let's check the weather charts. And as you can see, there is nothing significant over there. Perfect day for flying, clear skies, with a westerly jet stream over the area, especially the southern Greece. Individually now for the airports, We have perfect weather in Athens with a general forecast of 070 degrees 10 knots and few clouds scattered on the last meter. Perfect weather in Heraklion as well, with northwesterly winds and few clouds only, 28 degrees. And also our alternates are very good. Checking the NOTAMs as well, there is nothing significant over there. Even in Heraklion Airport, it says only that the primary radar is unserviceable. And what else? Due to summer seasonal operations, regulations regarding turning flights. So guys, this is a problem currently and every summer actually in the Greek airports, due to the enormous amount of aircraft and tourists come visiting the islands. And most of the times we have a CTOT, that's a calculated takeoff time for takeoff, and this is because of the high traffic volume in the airports. So anyway, there is nothing affecting us today regarding the CTOTs and the delays. We have already checked the weather. So regarding the fuel, I think that there is no any other significant reason to carry more fuel than the minimum I proposed. So we are gonna go with 5 tons of fuel. Perfect. Let's go there. Mass and balance. Plant fuel. 5 tons. Applying load aircraft. And let's go with, let's say, why not? Real time. Why not? 25 minutes is more than enough, I would say. If there is a problem with that, I'm gonna send them instantly. Anyway, now we have a company message. Let's go and check it. Come on. Receive menu. Receive messages. We have the preliminary load sheet. And we have the edition 2 of the preliminary load sheet with 69.4 zero fuel weight, which is the correct one. Very good. Since we are in the tablet, let's also select our charts. Venizelos Airport. We have the airport and the KA1 Echo departure, which is the one expected. Also, I'm sorry for that, let's select, where is it? The Kia2 Tango departure, for reasons I'm going to explain later on. And for the approach, I will select the ILS X-Ray 03 left at the moment. Also, for Heraklion Airport, we have the airport and the parking stands. For the arrival, we have the SU5.1 Alpha plus, come on, for the approach, we have the RMP and the VO runway 27. One more chart I forgot to select over there, which is the parking stands. And with that out of the way, we are now fully ready to proceed with the preliminary cockpit preparation and the FCDQ preparation. So, first things first, on the overhead panel, cruise supply, ground control auto, CVR test, which is looking good, captain only for the evacuation command. This one goes to on. Now logo 1, no smoking, emergency lights. This one goes to on as well. Pressurization auto. Reduce the temperature a little bit for obvious reasons. And this one goes to on as well. APU fire test. Looking good. Engine 1 fire test. Also very good. last but not least, engine 2 fire test. Also perfect. Inside here is as it should be. Have this off. VOR, airport, and let's check the oxygen supply. Very good. This panel here is as it should be. ECAM switching is good. Pressurization with the outflow valve on. Status checked. Here on the radio panel everything has been set. So give me a second, that's it. Let's proceed with the gain here on this particular aircraft to +8, and everything is as it should be. Number 2 here is I will be the pilot flying, and I'm gonna tune the delivery frequency for Venizelos, which we can find here in this 118.680. Good. So 118.680. That's it. And now it's about time to listen to the 80s, of course, and proceed with the MCDU preparation. The 80s frequency 136.125. Come on. 136.125.
Information Oscar 1620 Zulu. Arriving runway 21 right. Departing runway 21 left. Wind 220 at 6. Cav OK. Temperature 30, dew point 16.
Right.
QNH 1009er. Transition level 110. Taxiway resurfacing in progress, expect delays near remote gates. Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar. Athens Eleftherios Venizelos International Airport, information Oscar. 1620 Zulu. Arriving runway 21 right. Departing runway 21 left. Wind 220 at 6. Cav OK.
Okay. Since for the real world operations we are using runway 03 right, I will use 03 right for my planning and for the MCDU setting, and we will see how it goes later on. Okay. So initially flight plan init and init data request. Perfect. Aegean 320, Athens to Heraklion, alternate is Chania Airport, and 39 minutes en route time. Very good. That's it. And now let's go on my side MCDU. A321, the database is valid up to 8th of July. And let's go. Set up the flight number Aegean 320 and request a flight plan from the SIMBIF. Perfect. Active flight plan uplink. Athens to Heraklion. Alternate is Suda, Aegean 320. We are planning with a cost index of 20 and cruise flight level of 250 as discussed. I will set here a threshold of 03 left just in case. And as discussed before, we are planning a departure from 03 right with Care 1 Echo departure. So, Alpha Victor 033. Let's check our charts. So the departure we are planning is that one. Give me a second. That's it. The departure we are planning is this one over here with the right turn 035 and all the way here with some minimum climb gradients over there. We have to keep in mind. And let's go. Alpha Victor 033 with max speed of 235. That is correct. Alpha Victor 035 and here at or below my flight level 240. So right Alpha Victor 035, right to here at or below 240. Perfect. And thereafter, what we have? We have Upper Lima 607 to Givis. See Upper Lima 607 to Givis and Tango 514 to Xavis. Tango 514 Xavis. And from Xavis, we are planning for an RNAV approach runway 27 with Xavis 1 Alpha departure and approach via Gonzo. Xavis, India Roma 28 Alpha, Gonzo, and all the subsequent waypoints which we are gonna check during the cruise phase. From Heraklion, we are planning runway 27 and if I remember correctly, Bavis 1 Charlie and Bavis 1 Golf arrival for Sudan. So Bavis 1 Charlie. There it is. And Bavis 1 Golf for, where is it? You are Yankee runway 29. Bavis 1 Golf goes via Lefko. Come on. Bavis 1 Golf, Lefko and all the arrival approach to Chania Airport. Now, GPS primary, perfect. For the radio navigates, what we can see here in the charts, guys, is this departure, 03 right, straight ahead 032, right and again right to Kea. As you can see here, there is a conventional departure from 03 right, which is named Kea 2 Tango, which is more or less the same like the RNAV 1. For this reason, I'm gonna choose Sierra Papa Alpha and Kea on the radio nav aids in case we lose their nav capabilities in the initial climb phase, where time is critical. We are going to follow the conventional navigation. So, Sierra Papa Alpha on my side, 117.5 with radial 032, and after 12 DME with speed max of 210 knots, I'm gonna turn right on Turkey. And I repeat, this is only just in case we lose the RNAV capabilities. Perfect. On the secondary, I'm gonna copy the active, and for Athens Venizelos, since there is terrain to the left and to the right, also straight ahead subterranean, there is a specific engine notice ID which dictates us to go straight ahead for 8 miles and then with right turn heading 137. And I will enhance this a little bit, and what we are planning actually, just to draw it here, is gonna be straight ahead 8 miles somewhere over there, a little bit earlier, over the seashore, to the right heading 137, which is straight on the open sea, and from my side I'm gonna go on inbound course 170 on Turkey, climbing to 5,000 feet and holding there. So let's go and prepare this engine notice ID. Perfect. So Lima Golf Alpha Victor 03 right, 032 degrees, 8 miles. from PBD01 I'm gonna turn to the right heading 137 as discussed, and I will intercept radial 350 from here, and thereafter I will proceed directly to here. I'm gonna enter a holding there, which is gonna be with inbound course 335 and right turns at 5,000 feet. 335 right turns, 1 minute at 5,000 feet later on, hold here, and I will select Lima Golf Alpha Victor as the destination, arrival, ILS 03 left X-ray, approach bias here, and we have everything for our return back to Athens. As discussed before, 5,000 feet. And regarding the performance, I'm gonna set only the minimums, 506. And okay, I'm going to listen to the 80s so far and see what is going to happen. Let me check here. 2206. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to the 80s and see.
Our national airport, information Oscar. 1620 Zulu. Arriving runway 21 right. Departing runway 21 left. Wind 220 at 6. Cav OK. Temperature 30, 2.16. QNH1009er. Transition level 110. Taxiway resurfacing in progress, expect delays near remote gates. Advise on initial contact, you have information Oscar.
So information Oscar and QNH1009er. There, 1009 on the cabin side, and 1009 on the ISIS. Good. Refueling has been completed now. Seatbelt go to on. And what else? What else? Let's check if we have the passengers already. Yeah, the boarding is going slowly. Progressing actually very nice. We have another 10 minutes or so of boarding. What we can do in the meantime? In the meantime, we check the charts. No, actually, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna check with the preliminary load sheet the departure, 03 right. We have Delta 20 section, and we can see that we are leaving with flaps 2, which is optimum, 465454. Let's check flaps 1 plus F, 14555 with flex 56. The flex is the same, so I'm gonna choose and leave with flaps 3. Very good. Let's continue with that. We have the zero fuel weight anticipated. No, actually, let's check it from the preliminary load sheet, edition 2. Aegean 320 2nd July 26, Athens to Heraklion, Sierra X-ray Delta Victor Zulu, curve 2 by 5, 69.4. And we are anticipating a Mach 0 fuel weight of 26.9, it is 26.9. The fuel is gonna be 5 tons. We are expecting a takeoff weight of 74.2. What is correct? The Mach takeoff is 26.4. Just for reference, it's gonna be something like 0.5 up. But we'll check later on with the performance calculation tool. Also, there is a noise abatement in Eleftherios Venizelos Airport. which we can find over I'm sorry guys, over there. First of all, preferential runway, tailwind component not greater than 5 knots, runway 03 left and right. Second, departure, 03 left and 03 right, we have 1800 reduced thrust with initial climb speed V2 plus 20 and 3300 flaps retract speed. Perfect. So this is the reason why I've set 1800 and 3300. And let's get the wind data as well. And finally prepare ourselves for the briefing. Wind data uplink. Let's check. Next phase, next phase. Perfect. And we can also see that we have an extra fuel of 700 kilograms, which is more than enough. It's gonna be even more than that. And now the passenger boarding is getting along. Here are the charts. We have this one for our departure, and for the initial expected climb clearance, we are expecting from ATC. So I'm gonna set a generic number, not that doesn't make any sense. Also guys, I forget to do the captain's oxygen test. That's it, everything completed. There's enough. And now it's the time for the briefing. Good. So, Lima Golf Alpha Victor, runway 03 right, Kia 1 Echo departure. Plate number is 10-3 Bravo, effectivity 5th of September 24. Elevation 308, transition 9,000 feet, MSC in the area 6,200 on the takeoff direction, and highest obstacle approximately 5,000 feet, right just beyond 25 nautical miles radius from the MSA. Every point and constraint has been checked, and we have a minimum climb gradient of 4% until 500 due to obstacles and 5% up to 3,000 feet, which will be checked. For the extra fuel, we're gonna have 700 kilograms for 19 minutes. Good, good, perfect. For the pushback, we are on stand Bravo 11, expecting pushback facing to the south and taxi clearance via Echo and an intersection or all the way Echo, Charlie, Delta 1, holding point runway 03 right. For the engine notice ID, as discussed previously, we are expecting straight ahead for 8 miles, right turn heading 137, intercepting inbound course 170 to Kia, holding there as published, inbound course 335 right turns, and thereafter via Kia, expecting the ILS X-ray 03 left as depicted over here on our chart. Minimum ICAM actions are at 700 feet, and I have no other special considerations apart from the tail track awareness. Threats. I do not see any threats actually. We have the flock of birds, which is very common in Greece during the summer season. So extra vigilant on that, and once we are lining up, keep an eye on the runway, and if we see any birds, we can call a wildlife hazard vehicle to get rid of them. And I have nothing else to say. Perfect? Perfect. Good. That's it at 161, cockpit preparation checklist. Where it should be over here. Documents, cockpit preparation checklist. Gearpiece and covers, removed, fuel quantity. It is 5,000 kilograms fuel is balanced. Seatbelt on, ADIRS, nav, BioRef, 2NH1009. 2NH1009. Cockpit preparation checklist completed.
E-gates. Advise on initial contact you have information Oscar.
It's still Oscar.
Athens Eleftherios Venizelos International Airport, information Oscar.
Not yet. Let's give it another 5 minutes. Meanwhile, on that time, let's see what we can do. We can, of course, start our APU. Starting the APU. Let's wait for the flap open. That's it. Flap is open. Starting the APU. Starting nicely. You can also listen to the APU starting. Lovely weather here in Greece. Kind of very hot, however, but at least have okay. And the APU is now available. Let's wait to see that on our Pcam. And I will give the APU 3 minutes of running before I will supply with bleed the cabin from the APU. The reason for that is for any remaining oil in the APU to enter in the cabin and give a bad smell to the passengers and to the cockpit, of course. So now we'll wait some couple of minutes more. We will see when the new ATIS is online. I hope should be any time now. But it seems like we don't have any news regarding that. So let's check how the boarding is going. 194 passengers. And we should expect, let's see,
21 left. Wind 200 at 7. Cav OK. Temperature 29er, 2.16. QNH1009er. Transition level 110. Taxiway resurfacing in progress, expect delays near remote gates. Advise on initial contact you have information Papa. Athens Eleftherios Venizelos International Airport, information Papa. 1650 Zulu. Arriving runway 21 right. Departing runway 21 left.
So
Wind 200 at 7. Cav OK.
we are expecting
Temperature 29er.
21 left for
2.16.
departure with Kia 1
QNH
November
1009er.
here.
Transition level 110.
I will select
Taxiway
also
resurfacing in progress.
Kia 2
Expect delays near
Foxtrot
remote
for the
gates.
reasons we mentioned
Advise on initial
before.
contact you have
And
information
of
popping.
course I have to set up my MCDU
Athens
once more.
Eleftherios Venizelos International Airport. Information
So
popping.
ILS 21
1650 Zulu.
over there.
Arriving runway 21 right. Departing runway 21
And
left.
I hope to
Wind
do this
200 at
a
7.
little bit quickly.
Cav
So let's go over there. Progress, Lima Golf Alpha Victor 21 right. 03 right. Come on. Departure 21 left. We have Kia 1 November. Upper Lima 607 to Gibis and Xavis thereafter, which is good. Let's select the nav aids as discussed before. So we are going Kia 2 Foxtrot, which is the same. Sierra Papa Alpha 203, and left to Kia. And on the secondary, I'm planning now for an engine out SID almost like before, so it's gonna be something like 8 miles straight ahead. Right, I'm sorry guys, left on a southerly heading and intercepting radial, for instance 280 inbound. So give me a second about that. I didn't mean to do that, so I'm sorry for that. Let's go and throw it. Copy active. Lima Golf Alpha Victor 21 left, 212 is the heading and 8 miles. So Papa Bravo Delta 02, we set 180, and let's say Kia 280, and we are going to proceed thereafter to Kia. We are going to hold our position in Kia as before, 335 right turns, 1 minute holding, and we will return back to Athens Airport with a standard ILS XJ21 right via Kia VR. And as we can see, everything has been inserted. We are going to climb, as previously mentioned, to 5,000 feet. And for the ILS approach onto 21 right, we are expecting minimums of 558, and I'm gonna tune the 8s once more.
650 Zulu. Arriving runway 21 right. Departing runway 21 left. Wind 200 at 7. Cav OK. Temperature 29er, 2.16. QNH 1009er. Transition level 110. Taxiway resurfacing in progress, expect delays near remote gates. Advise on initial contact you have information popping.
And we have information Papa. With that being said, actually The only thing changes in the briefing is the KEA 1 November departure, straightened to the left. MSA is the same. Again, significant obstacles as a special and third to the left and to the right of the takeoff direction, and nothing else to say. Good. We have the company message now, which means that the logic is available. Also, we have more than 3 minutes for the APU running. For this reason, first of all, I will deselect the PCA, APU blip on, also external power off. We can switch on now the fuel pumps, and GPU goes off. Good. Departure performance to one left. With the section data, we have also delta 12. That's it. Sync live weather 2007, 29 degrees 1009. And let's check the load sheet. Load sheet, compliance with edition 2, Aegean 320. Number 2, 2nd July 26, Athens Heraklion, Sierra X-ray Delta Victor Zulu, crew 2x5, 0 fuel weight 69.3. And Mach 0 fuel weight 26.9. Come on, 69.3 and 26.9. Takeoff weight 74.1, which is correct, with 212 passengers plus 5, and the Mach takeoff of 26.4, which we discussed earlier, something like 0.5 up, but we'll check with the performance calculation. Accepting the load sheet, flight plan over here, Papa, and 74.1, 26.4. Calculate, we have up 0.5 as guessed, flaps 1, 60, 65, 67, and on flaps 2, 50, 60, 60, which looks better according to the speeds, with flex 56, and this one with 57. So I'm gonna go with flex 57. So flaps 1 up 0.5, 1 up 0.5, flex 57, and for the speeds, what we have, 160, 165, 167. So 160, 165, and 167. We don't gonna need any noise abatement over there. We just need the thrust reduction at 1000 feet AGL. And that completes the preparation. We have already done the checklist, so now it's a good time to remove the jetway. Let's go over there, GSX, operate the jetway, remove it. The door has been closed, and it's the perfect time to request for ATC clearance. Information is Papa. We have tuned the delivery frequency. Venizelos delivery, good afternoon. Aegean 320, stand Bravo 11, information Papa, requesting IFR clearance.
Aegean 320, clear to Nikos Kazantzakis via the KA1 November departure. Runway 21 left. Initial climb 8,000. Departure on 128.905, squawk 4657.
Clear to destination, Nikos Kazantzakis, KEA 1 November, runway 21 left, climb initially 8,000, squawk 4657, Aegean 320. What is he waiting for? Let me check first of all. 8,000 on the FCU, and it's 4657. This goes on. Let's read back once more. To destination Nikos Kazantzakis. Kia 1 November departure 21 left. Climb initially 8,000 feet and set squawk 4657 at Aegean 320.
Aegean 320, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.755.
121.755 Aegean 320. Bye bye. Perfect. So we have Kia 1 November climbing, come on, 8,000 feet and squawk is 4657. That's good. 121.755. Tuning to the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Aegean Airlines Flight 320 to Heraklion. On behalf of the entire crew, my name is Astrid Hansen, and I am your lead flight attendant today. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact any...
Aegean 3 Sierra Whiskey, cleared for push and start.
Thank you for choosing to fly with us, and we wish you a pleasant journey.
Pushback and start approved. Aegean 3 Sierra Whiskey.
Venizelos ground, good afternoon. Aegean 320, Bravo 11, requesting pushback.
Aegean 7 Papa Tango ready to taxi.
Aegean 7 Papa Tango, runway 21 left taxi via Echo, Delta 5, Delta, Delta 12. Aegean 320, push and start approved. Face southwest.
Push and start approved, facing southwest. Aegean 320. So it's gonna be facing south. Beacon goes to on. And we can see now chocks and cones removed.
Tower on 118.625,
Before
sorry,
sunset.
Quebec.
Let's go.
Qatari
Slides
8
up.
Quebec contact tower on 118.625.
Set. Takeoff speed and thrust. 160, 165,
Cabin
167,
attendants,
flex
arm doors
57.
and cross-check.
160,
Ladies and gentlemen,
165,
welcome aboard
167,
Aegean
flex
Airlines Flight
57.
320 to Heraklion.
Windows.
Our estimated flight time is 40 minutes.
Close.
We kindly
Close.
ask you to pay close attention to
And
the upcoming
beacon
safety demonstration, as it contains
Before
important
before
information
sunset
even
is
for frequent
completed.
flyers. Please fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle
Nose will
and
say
pull the strap to
disconnect
tighten.
display.
The seatbelt must remain fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. Please return your seatbacks and tray tables to the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff. Mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight
Waiting
mode,
now for the
and larger
pushback
devices
track.
should be
There
securely
it is.
stowed. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. If needed, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Pull the mask firmly, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your
Aegean 3
seats.
Sierra Whiskey,
To
runway
use,
21 left
pull it
taxi
out,
via Papa,
place it
Delta
over
4
your
Delta
head,
Delta
and
12.
inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level
Runway
light
21
will
left
guide
taxi
you to
via
the
Papa
nearest
Delta 4
exit,
Delta
which
Delta
may be
12
behind.
Aegean 3 Sierra Whiskey.
In case of evacuation, leave all personal belongings behind and follow crew instructions immediately. If any electronic device becomes hot or shows signs of damage, please inform a crew member. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all details. Thank you for your
Ground,
attention.
Air Creek
We wish you
7
a
Alpha
pleasant
Tango,
journey.
taxi to the gate.
So
Air Creek 7
this
Alpha
is
Tango,
southwest,
taxi
so
to parking
nose
via
to the
Alpha 6
left.
Bravo Hotel Papa Echo.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alpha 6 Bravo Hotel Papa Echo, Air Creek 7 Alpha Tango.
Parking brake release.
All engines clear. Start at OE.
So we should start the engines after we have passed the service road behind us. For the moment,
6 ready to taxi.
I guess it's a good time to start recording for you
Aegean
guys.
166, runway
As
21
usual,
left taxi via Echo, Delta 6 Delta Delta 12.
So
Runway
we're going to
21
go
left
so,
taxi via Echo Delta 6 Delta Delta 12, Aegean 166.
and we have passed already the service road. Sequence will be 2 then 1.
Croatia 301 contact tower on 118.625.
Starting number 2. Number 2 is clear. Starting 2.
set parking brakes.
Ryanair 9er Charlie Bravo contact tower on 118.625.
For a good engine start.
Great Tower, Ryanair 9er Charlie Bravo, thanks.
First engine has started, and later on I'm thinking, guys, of doing a separate video of how the engines are started with the whole starting sequence in the Airbus. Please let me know in the comment section below if that would be a good idea for you or not. I would be more than happy to do it so. Starting number 1. Number 1 is clear. Starting 1. Check.
Aegean 6 Alpha Lima contact tower on 118.625.
Tower Aegean 6 Alpha Lima.
Number 2 engine, number 1, I'm sorry guys, engine has been started.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And since it is not the first flight of the day for us today, we are not going to take into account the 5 minutes after startup for takeoff power. We're just waiting for the 10-up coordinator to disconnect and shows us the steering key. Everything looks good.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass be removed.
Let's see.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Where is he? There he is. Ah, finally. And I can see him with the pin in his hands. Perfect. Flaps 1. Let me check something, guys. Pause before. So flaps 1. Good. Up and 5. There is no status memo over there. After start checklist. After start checklist, anti-ice off. ACAM status check. Pitch screen. It's at 26.4%. Rudder trim neutral, and after start checklist completed. Oh, so fast! We have the cabin secure.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for takeoff.
Cabin is secure. Perfect.
Aegean 7 Papa Tango contact tower on 118.625.
Tower Aegean 7 Papa Tango.
It's about time to get going. Aegean 320 request taxi.
Aegean 320 runway 21 left taxi via Delta 6 Delta Delta 12.
Runway 21 left, taxi via Delta 6 Delta Delta 12, Aegean 320. So Delta 6 first to the left, second to the left Delta, all the way to Delta 2 was it maybe Delta 13 he was meaning, and that's the proper way. Good, so to the left, second to the left, and all the way. Let's go like that. Now we turn off lights, taxi lights, release the parking brakes, clear left side, and clear right side. Let's get going, guys. So first to the left.
Aegean 3 Sierra Whiskey contact tower on 118.625.
Clear left side. Clear right
Tower
side.
on 118.625, Aegean 3 Sierra Whiskey.
And it's gonna be second to the left. Clear right side, clear left side. Let's check the brakes also. They are working. Flight controls, working. Full up, full down, neutral, full left,
Ground
full
Israel
right,
565, taxi to the
neutral,
gate.
rudder check,
Israel 565, taxi to parking via Alpha 6, Alpha, Kilo, Charlie,
Full
Yankee
left.
2.
full right,
Alpha 6, Alpha, Kilo, Charlie, Yankee
Neutral.
2, Israel 565.
flight control check my side. Go ahead. This should be done silently by the pilot monitoring. Auto brake max and takeoff config normal. Takeoff briefing confirmation. Go ahead. Takeoff runway 21 left. Care 1 November departure. Straight ahead, first turn to the left. If we lose our nav capability, straight ahead and we are gonna follow radial 203 from Sierra Alpha PR. Informing ATC immediately. Gross weight 74.1. Below mass landing weight, configuration 1 plus F, flex 57, 8000 blue 160167. Check, check. I will omit the taxi checklist a little bit later, but now it's the perfect time to handle the radios to the pilot monitor. You have communication.
Thanks, Panayotis. I'll handle the radios from here.
Very good. Let's keep going. It's a long way up to runway 21 left in Athens. There is one aircraft departing right now, and this should be the next one.
Aegean 320, contact tower on 118.625.
There it is.
Contacting tower on 118.625, Aegean 320. Fenix Airbus Tower, Aegean 320. Good evening, holding short 21 left, ready for departure.
Aegean 320, Venizelos Tower, runway 21 left, winds 200 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
APQ off, anti-ice off, APU bleed off. We are clear for takeoff, approach path is clear.
Runway 21 left, cleared for takeoff. Aegean 320.
Let's inform the cabin first of all. Cabin crew, prepare for departure.
Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Let's get ready for takeoff.
Left side clear, clear right side. Let's go with the items. Predictive wind shear transponder. Auto. Terrain on MD on both sides. The ILS. So, that's our departure over there. And taxi checklist, flight controls. Check, flap setting, conf 1 plus F, config 1 plus F. Radar and predictive wind shear, off auto. Engine mode selector, normal. ICA memo, takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist completed. Liner checklist.
Aegean
checklist.
123, contact ground on 121.955.
1 left TICAS, ARA. Packs 1 and 2, on. Liner checklist completed. Ready? Ready. Perfect. Takeoff. Manual flex 57, SRS, runway, autothrust blue. Check. Cast set. 100 knots. Check. Speed 1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Gear up. Check. Nav. Check. Autopilot.
Aegean 166 holding short of 21 left,
Check.
ready to go. Aegean 166 winds 200 at 7, runway 21 left, cleared for takeoff.
Thrust line autothrust. Check.
1 left, Aegean 166.
Climb.
Aegean 320,
Check.
contact Athens departure on 128.905.
Contacting Athens departure on 128.905. Aegean 320. Athens departure, Aegean 320. Good evening, climbing through 1,500.
Flaps 0. Check.
Aegean 320, Athens departure identified. Climb flight level 110.
What say? Flight level 110. Flight level 1.
Flight level 110. Aegean 320.
No, actually 1000 blue. And actually guys, do not look at me. That's very terrible the thing that I've done. Up to 2500 feet ATL, we must, it's mandatory to have our hands on the flight controls, the side stick and the thrust levers, also on the others. So this is mandatory. Do not forget that. Let's continue with our climb.
166 2000 for 4000.
Aegean 166, Macedonia Center, radar contact. Climb and maintain 3000.
Out of 2000 for 3000, Aegean 166.
Coast line.
Aegean 166, contact Athens Center on 133.725.
133.725 for Aegean 166.
Good. Now transition, set standard. Standard, let's check. Passing flight level. 985. Now check. And also approaching 10,000. Flight level 110 blue. Check. And flight level 100 checks. Seatbelts off, clear at nav, stand by the secondary. Seatbelts off. Airport. Airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Astrid speaking from the cabin. The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, so you are now free to move about the cabin. Please remain mindful of your belongings and feel free to ask if you need anything.
Maximum 370.
Thank you for flying with us today.
We will stick to 250
Dear
as per the
guests,
flight.
we are pleased to inform you that the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your flight with Aegean Airlines.
Let's accelerate a little bit since we are waiting for a higher level.
Aegean 320, climb flight level 190.
That's it. Flight level 190 blue, and now I'm gonna leave you guys for a while we are climbing to our cruising flight level, and see you soon with our descent towards Heraklion and the approach preparation. Bye. So here we are again. We have already started our descent towards Heraklion Airport. As you can see, we are like 67 nautical miles away from the airport. We have already obtained the 80s, runway 27 is in use. We're expecting the RFD approach over there with light westerly winds, as you can see, at 290.12 knots, 28 degrees, and QNH 1010. The ATC has already cleared us to 3,000 feet for the arrival. So, let's go, set QNH 1010. Ghost check, giving 22,500. Now, check. For the arrival itself, since we are at Gonzo, we are expecting the RMP runway 27 via Gonzo, with all the RMP points over there. Everything has been checked, and every constraint is compliant with the chart as well. For the go-around procedure, we are expecting right India Romeo 700.
We have a passenger who has become unresponsive. It appears they were feeling unwell earlier, and despite our attempts to assist, they have now lost consciousness. I'm checking on their condition and will provide an update shortly.
Perfect. We have a sick passenger as well, but since we are heading towards Heraklion, we will be there in 15 minutes maximum, we are good to go. Go around, ADR almost 700, speed 185, right to Gonzo at 3000 feet, holding there. I will also check the predictive GPS of the RMP approach, which is good. And on the secondary I have set the VOI for runway 27 in case we lose the RMP capabilities. Apart from that, no other special considerations. There is only one thing we need to mention, and this is the one here, which we are going to check also according to the new scenery we are using. Descent angle 3.4 on the RMP approach. So, if we check in the airport, we should see that the puppies are at 3 degrees glide. This means actually that when we are at minimums on the RMP approach, we will see 4 white heads instead of 2 whites and 2 reds. For this reason, we have to be careful about that. Since we know it from now, we will plan ahead, and the most common technique for everyone is to descend with 1000 feet per minute until we have a stable puppies indication like 2 whites and 2 reds. And that's it. Apart from that,
Aegean 320, contact Heraklion approach on 118.025.
Contacting Heraklion approach on 118.025, Aegean 320.
So until my first officer talks to them, I will start the recording.
Aegean 320, good evening, flight level 190 for 3000.
Now, we started the recording and we are waiting.
Aegean 320, Heraklion approach identified. Kalanick declared Gonzo transition. Expect the RNAV runway 27 approach into Nikos Kazantzakis. Advise you have information, Papa.
Cleared Gonzo transition. Expect RNAV runway 27 approach into Nikos Kazantzakis. Aegean 320.
Good. So, for the landing performance, estimating fuel 2.9 plus 69.3, 72.2 tons. Let's enter it there. And with low auto brake, we should see that we are a little bit marginal. For this reason, we're going to use medium auto brake.
Charlie November 2000 for 4000.
And at some point,
Charlie November, Macedonia Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 100.
It's going to be the high terrain to the south of the airport.
Climb flight level 100,
clearly
63 Charlie November.
See over there with tops at 5,200, very near to it, also straight ahead. For this reason, if we need to climb away from the terrain, it's going to be with right turns towards the sea. Also, expecting to vacate the runway via Charlie and expecting gate number 7 as they have already sent us from the company through ACAS. This concludes the approach briefing, seatbelts on, and we are now waiting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we kindly ask you to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts as the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Thank you for your cooperation and we appreciate your understanding.
Approach checklist. Approach checklist. Bio Earth. To NH1010. To NH1010.
Departure Aircrete 6 Romeo Alpha 2000 for 4000.
Minimum bio
Aircrete 6 Romeo Alpha, Macedonia Center, radar contact, climb and maintain 8000.
Approach checklist completed.
2000 for 8000, Aircrete 6 Romeo Alpha.
At the moment I have no news about the unconscious passenger. Anyway, I'm gonna try to tell my first officer to inform them.
French Soleil 38 Zulu, Quebec contact, Athens Center on 126.125.
Say again.
Over to Athens Center on 126.125. France Soleil 38 Zulu, Quebec.
Inform radar that we have an unconscious passenger.
I'll inform Heraklion approach about the situation.
Very nice.
Heraklion approach, Aegean 320, we have a passenger unconscious on board, requesting medical assistance upon arrival at Nikos Kazantzakis.
Aegean 320, medical assistance will be arranged. Continue approach is cleared.
Company message over there. I wonder what that could be. It's gonna be about the delay, but since we are on time, there is nothing to report. For VS, I should say that I'm gonna fly the approach in fully managed, final lap mode. And there's a question for you guys. Does anybody know the difference between the R&D approach that we are flying and an RNAV approach? If do so, please feel free to comment the correct answer, and I will come to the correct answer on my next video.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's a
we
very
are now
interesting
beginning
one.
our final approach into Heraklion. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we have arrived at the gate. Ensure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in the full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. The weather in Heraklion is currently quite pleasant. Our assigned gate is Main Apron Gate 7. Thank you for your cooperation.
Aegean 320, descend altitude 2,300 feet until established, cleared for the RNAV runway 27 approach via Ganso.
Descend altitude 2300 feet until established. Cleared for the RNAV runway 27 approach via Gonzo. Aegean 320.
So he cleared us to 2,300. Clear for the approach. There is a technique I do actually. I write down final lap, which is the mode we are gonna use, in order to remind me that we are clear for the approach since it's way too early. Your cabin secure.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
The cabin is secure. Okay. Come on. I'm gonna help the plane a little bit. $10,000 feet, I think I already asked for them. Anyway, sequence are on. GPS primary and the VRs have been identified. 10,000 feet completed. Speed. We need a speed of 185 over there. We are gonna make it. Flaps 1. Speed check. Flaps 1. Speed selected to 185. flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. And we can also descend to 2000 feet since we are on managed descent. 2000 blue. And there is a new airport of Sitia over there. Speed managed. Final lap. Since we have final lap engaged, can go around altitude 3000 set.
Aegean 320, contact Nikos Kazantzakis Tower on 129.175.
Contacting Nikos Kazantzakis Tower on 129.175, Aegean 320.
Let's maintain a speed of 160, not less at the moment.
Nikos Kazantzakis Tower, Aegean 320. Good evening, established on the RNAV runway 27 approach.
Aegean 320, Nikos Kazantzakis Tower, runway 27, winds 290 at 10. Cleared to land.
We are clear to land.
Runway 27 clear to land, Aegean 320.
5 miles. Gear down. Speed managed. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Flaps T, speed check. Flaps T.
Cabin crew, please prepare for landing.
Flaps full, speed check. Flaps full. Landing checklist. Landing checklist, ICA memo. Landing no blue. Landing checklist completed. Clear to land. I'm gonna add 3 knots more on the V approach. Let's fix the lights over there since it's getting darker and darker. I can see 2 whites, 2 reds. I must say it's not the correct sense in real world. So, minimums. Red is off, autopilot off, bird on, runway track 270. Nice and smoothly. 4. Correcting.
300. 200. 100. 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse grid reset. Auto brake off, 70 knots.
Aegean 320, contact ground on 121.7.
Looks like.
Switching to ground on 121.7, Aegean 320. Nikos Kazantzakis ground, Aegean 320. Good evening, cleared of runway, ready to taxi to the gate.
Aegean 320, Nikos Kazantzakis ground. Taxi to main apron gate 7 via Alpha Delta. Good day.
We are going out to the next one.
Main apron gate 7 via Alpha Delta, Aegean 320.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heraklion. Did you know that Crete is the largest of the Greek islands and is known for its rich history and beautiful
let's
landscapes?
Clean up the plane, first of
Thank
all.
you for choosing to fly with Aegean Airlines. Please remain seated until we reach our final
There's
parking position.
On
behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with Aegean Airlines. The local time is 9:04 p.m. For those with upcoming connections, please note the following. Flight 230 to Athens departs at 9:35 p.m. from Gate 3, and Flight 125 to Thessaloniki departs at 10:15 p.m. from Gate 5.
These are landing lights off, this one as well, and the strobes. Let's turn on the dome. Let's turn on the APU. And now for the rest. Predictive winds here. Flaps up. Transponder off. All the lights there off. As it should be. The flap now is open, so starting the APU.
Luxair 86 Golf Romeo contact tower on 129.175.
Switching to tower, Luxair 86 Golf Romeo.
And with that, we are more or less at. Well, what can I say? First of all, with the new SU5.1 update, looks like the sim got a little bit smoother. However, I lost some FPSs. I don't know, maybe the reason is the new suggestions I got from St. Tensions AI, as I mentioned in my previous video. Anyway, Heraklion Airport is a very good add-on, very smooth, as we can see. Nothing to complain, only some minor things like the puppies, which do not have the real world sense, like I mentioned earlier in my brief. Apart from that, it was a very good flight. I hope that the medical services are waiting for us. at the gate. And yeah, that's it. Let's park the plane. There is a gate over there, lights off. Lights off. Thank God there is no one else at the stand. Perfect. Parking brake on, APU bleed on, and cooling time elapsed. So engine 1 goes down. Here comes engine 2 as well. 2000 and standby. All fuel pumps to off. And last but not least, below 10%. Beacon off and the boarding requested. So slides disarmed.
Copy, Captain. Off. Starting deboarding now.
External power on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now parked at the gate. Please make sure to collect all
Parking
your personal
checklist.
belongings. On behalf of all of us at Aegean Airlines,
Parking
thank you for
checklist.
flying with us.
Parking
Welcome
brake
to
off.
Heraklion.
Set. Engines off. Wing lights off. Fuel pumps off. Parking checklist completed. And with that, we have finished our flight. Let's go brake fan off. Once more, I would like to thank you very much for watching my videos and for supporting my
Passengers bus
work
is coming.
here. As you already know, I have mentioned before, it takes a lot of time and effort to make these videos, so please consider subscribing on my channel. Also, any suggestions for any flight you want me to fly, or anything else, as well as any comment, is more than welcome. So please feel free to do so in the comment section below. And yeah, once more, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice evening.